To Verhoeff. Verhoeff walks, shot, scores! Keaton Verhoeff, his first WHL goal! Surveys, top of the right-hand circle. Wrestling across, Verhoeff scores! Royals win, Keaton Verhoeff! Now, top of the circles, Verhoeff, shot, scores! Keaton Verhoeff, my goodness!
Every year, the hockey world's eyes are fixed on a single name, a generational talent, a consensus first overall pick. But what happens when that consensus shatters? When the entire draft class is thrown into a state of chaos and a new name begins to challenge the throne? Today on Hockey Uncovered, we're doing just that. We're putting Keaton Verhoeff, the sensational Canadian defenseman, on trial. While the world was busy anointing its chosen one, some scouts and insiders have quietly been building a case for Verhoeff. They say he's the true prize of the 2026 draft. The question isn't if he's a good player, it's whether he's the absolute best. We'll lay out the evidence, present the arguments for and against the immense hype, and let you, the jury, decide. Before we begin, we're inching closer to our goal of 1,000 subscribers and would love your support, so hit that like and subscribe button, it'll help us greatly. And let us know in the comments who your number one prospect heading into the 2026 season is.
Open it, right side of the ice, Verhoeff, toe drag, shot, scores! A blue line wrist shot from Keaton Verhoeff.
For months, maybe even a year, the top of the 2026 NHL Draft was considered a foregone conclusion, a coronation. But in hockey's inner circles, a whisper has been growing into a roar. Scouts and analysts have been privately debating if the real number one pick might not be the player everyone expects. Instead, it might be the player who represents the future of the modern NHL defenseman. That player is Keaton Verhoeff. He's a 6'4", 217-pound defenseman and a player who combines immense size with a skill set that's drawn comparisons to some of the game's best. But here's the controversy. Is he the next great anchor for an NHL franchise? Or is this all just immense hype built around a player who may not live up to expectations? To answer that, we have to present two cases in this great debate.
Verhoeff with speed to the left-hand side. Verhoeff walks in, shoots, scores! Oh my goodness, Keaton Verhoeff, coast to coast!
The argument for Keaton Verhoeff as the undisputed top talent is a powerful one. His supporters point to a rare combination of physical dominance and high-end skill. They'll tell you he's a defenseman with a kind of size and strength that can simply overpower opponents. But this isn't an old-school brute force game. For a player of his size, his skating is exceptional. He moves with a fluid, confident stride that allows him to close gaps quickly, defend with a tight gap, and move the puck up ice with ease. His supporters will also bring up his performance on the international stage. Many sources suggest he was Canada's best defender at the U18 Championship. He wasn't only trusted in all situations, but he also excelled in them all, showcasing the maturity of his game. He's a player who's already proven he can defend at the highest level of his age group. As a scout from Elite Prospects put it, Verhoeff has the, quote, size and the physicality to be a true monster on the back end. Another scouting source highlighted his tremendous poise with the puck and his ability to use his body to protect the puck. The argument is simple. He's the most complete, physically dominant, and projectable player in the entire draft.
Verhoeff for Beam. A 2-on-2 for the Royals. Beam with speed right side for Verhoeff. He scores. Keaton Verhoeff.
As with every high-end prospect, there's an equally strong counter-argument. Those who question the immense hype will point to a few key areas of concern. They won't tell you he's a bad player, but they will question if he has the kind of offensive ceiling you need from a first overall pick. While he's strong defensively and his skating is good for his size, some scouts suggest that his offensive vision and creativity with the puck is not at the same level as other top prospects. They worry that his game might be a bit too safe, a bit too simple to truly be an elite number one defenseman in the NHL. They believe his offensive numbers at the junior level might be a bit inflated by the talent around him, and that his offensive upside is limited. This brings about a serious question. Is he a top-pairing shutdown defenseman, or is he a franchise-defining offensive force? The argument is that while he's a fantastic player with an incredible floor, he might not have the kind of elite top-end offensive ceiling that separates good players from the truly great ones. The counter-argument is that while he's a fantastically reliable player, he might not possess the kind of dynamic flair needed to justify being the top pick over a more offensively gifted forward in Gavin McKenna. One scouting report even suggested he could be a more conservative pick compared to the kind of high-reward talent that teams are desperate for.
For Verhoeff. Verhoeff in the middle. Isogai winds, fires, saved by Sanj. Poke from Verhoeff scores! Royals win! Keaton Verhoeff!
And to dethrone McKenna, who seems to be both high reward with a high floor, you have to bring it at all times. So let's put the scouting reports aside and dive into the film. What does his game actually look like on the ice? In the defensive zone, Verhoeff is a shutdown force. He plays with an incredibly tight gap, using his size to separate the puck from opposing players. He's a physical presence willing to lay a big hit when the opportunity arises, but he relies more on his positional play and stick work than he does on raw brute force. On the offensive side of the puck, Verhoeff is a smooth transition player. He's excellent at retrieving the puck in his own end, making a clean breakout pass, and joining the rush as a fourth forward. He's not a flashy puck-moving defenseman who dangles his way through the neutral zone, but he's incredibly effective at getting the puck out of his own end and moving it up the ice to his forwards. He has a powerful shot from the point that he gets through traffic, and he's not afraid to activate on the rush or cycle down low.
Back in Verhoeff, shot scores! Keaton Verhoeff! Is he a forward or a defenseman? We will never know as he just keeps on scoring.
The evidence is clear. Verhoeff's game is built on a rock-solid defensive foundation and a high-end transition game. He may not have the offensive flair of a forward, but his game is incredibly complete and projectable to the NHL. He plays a pro style of hockey, and the debate is about how much that translates into offense at the next level.
Miskey up top again for Verhoeff. One-timer in, blocked on the body, out in front, still out loose in the slot. Verhoeff scores!
So we've laid out the arguments, we've presented the evidence, now the verdict is yours. Is Keaton Verhoeff the true #1 overall pick of the 2026 NHL Draft? Or is he the case of immense hype surrounded by a fantastically reliable but ultimately limited player? The debate is real, and it will only get more intense as we head toward the draft. What do you think? Is Keaton Verhoeff the real deal, or is he a case of immense hype? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Hockey Uncovered for more in-depth hockey analysis, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our next deep dives. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time as we continue to uncover the stories shaping the world of hockey.